the biggest thing that he said as well was about the players when they come to an environment. I don't know if you've seen that one about what did he say? I think someone could get the quotes in about a player just coming to a football club, like a young player.
Yeah, he was talking about Real Madrid. He was talking about the environment's different. At Real Madrid,
Yeah.
when you're a young player, you come into the club, and you need to think about learning, innit? At Manchester United, there's mad pressure on you when you're a young kid to come in straight away and basically deliver. But also, that comes from the history of the club, playing young players, and the fans, and also the managers playing up to that shit, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they're like, oh, we have to play these young players. Like, Kobbie Mainoo's playing way too many minutes because the history of Man United is, oh, we just blood youth players, bro. If I was Man United manager, I'm not playing none of these guys, up front. I'm just not playing none of them unless I genuinely believe that they can help the team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not just bringing them. I'm not just putting them on just to, like, Ollie gave Shola his debut just so we could be the youngest fucking player debut, and then we never saw him.
Yeah, in the Europa League,
Now, what's the point of that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And this is what they do at Man United. Oh, like, we've got a record for always having a youth academy player since the World War in the team, so we just always have one. Do you know what I mean? Because it's really nice. But I don't care about that, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying?
They got to be good. Like, you know what I mean? We can't just promote anyone. Can't give everyone opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think for me, the one on the weekend, that one was a perfect opportunity to pro Keita win earlier. You know what I'm saying? To that kind of one I get because Hoyland weren't doing shit up front, bro. Yeah, I mean, we could have been there for another 90 minutes and it weren't great. But I do get where Varane was coming from. Like, when we bring in a player, like for example, Sancho, right? When we came in, there was not really a plan for Sancho because remember, Ollie said he's better on the left, but then he had Rashford on the left. So they didn't really look at that situation there. You get me? So when we're bringing in players in through, let's say, for example, we're we're buying players in, there's not really a kind of a, like we brought in Hoyland, but let's be honest, his track record, what was that? Do you know what I mean? Man had one season at Atalanta, and then the other season, what did he have at Copenhagen? So we brought him in for what? You know what I mean? So I don't get really where the manager's coming from in that regards, but all in all, like our club with the youth players that are coming through right now, you've got to bring the right ones in, man, and you can't rely on them as well. You know, you can't, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like look at Mainoo now, suffering now with the amount of games that he's been playing. Do you know what I mean? So, and you got to ease them in.
He's playing loads of games and also playing in a system or a position that doesn't suit him. So it's not really helping his development. It's not helping his confidence. And ultimately, player development is about confidence. And this is why it doesn't matter what position players are playing in when they're playing. As long as they're playing well and they're in a successful team, they will develop, bro. Like when Foden was getting minutes for City, he played on the left, on the right, sometimes in the false 9, sometimes in the 8. You get in where you fit in, bro. At the moment, MLS is playing left back for Arsenal. Ethan's playing on the wing. That's not their positions. Do you know what I'm saying? It's all about playing a player where they're comfortable and where they're having success, bro. Most of Kobbie's minutes have been struggle minutes, blood. In a team that's struggling, in a position that he's not comfortable, and it don't build confidence, bro. No. And on top of that, now he's picking up injuries, bro. So the way that they've managed him as well has been poor.
No, poor. Went to the Euros as well. Obviously, played a lot of games in the Euros, but he didn't really have a pre-season. He got rushed back in. And the Amarin not rushing back in or something like that.
Yeah,
did he not play that first Community Shield as well? I'm sure he played.
He did play the Community Shield with no pre-season. That was hard,
pre-season. Yeah, man. Hard. Yeah, the way we've managed him has been crazy, bro. And these kind of players, bro, like, you know what I mean? If you start doing damage early on, bro, it's going to be hard to recover, man. Even though, like, they're still young and they're still growing and whatnot. But it's like, bro, like, and with Kobbie as well, I don't know, man. I feel like for a player that doesn't like, you know, use his kind of, you know, in terms of his legs and whatnot and running and endurance, like, he's a player that wants the ball to feet. But we've actually just kind of, the Ten Hag football, plus the way we played him at the start of Amarin's era, you get me? Like, it's been just running around, bro. You get me? Like, and that shouldn't happen, bro, with a player like him as well there. Like, he should be playing.
Due to the coaches. That's due to the coaches,
Yes.
That we've brought in. Do you know what I mean? We've brought in coaches that favor physicality over technicality. And if that's the case, then you might as well sell Kobbie Mainoo, bro. Because He's never going to be a physicality player, bro. So it's one of them ones where bringing in managers that just want runners, yeah. Like, how does that improve the quality of football that we're supposed to want at this football club? This is what I mean. These guys say that they actually want good football at this football club, but I would argue that they don't. Because if they did, yeah, they would pick different players.
Yeah, facts. No, you're right. You're right. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. Like this is the thing, man. When we have talent, man, we just always mismanage it, man. It's really annoying, bro, because with Kobbie Mainoo, you can clearly see, man, he don't want to do the running. You can clearly see he don't like it. It's not his game. You know what I mean? And we're not profiling him into the way we should be. And the fact of the matter is, like, you got to remember when he's now playing, he's like, that last position that he had was what? What was the last game he's had? Was it striker? I think that's his last game, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
I think that might be his last game, you know, playing a striker. Unless there's another game before that he played in central midfield. I could be wrong, chat. Let me know.
No,
man.
he played one after, maybe, I think, in the 10 again, but
oh yeah, no, but it was a bad game.
It wasn't a good game.
No, it wasn't a good game. It was Leicester. But that whole game was dead, bro. That whole game was dead. Bro, he wasn't even really playing in the 10, bro. He was playing almost like deep. He was playing deep, bro. He wasn't really playing like in a 10, bro. He was probably more of a 6 in that game, man.
It was poor, bro. Like, either way, it was poor, bro. And but what you're saying and what we're saying, it still stands. The bottom line is, it's like his development has been stunted by poor management.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I totally agree. And this is the problem now. It's like, you're right in a sense of like, where does Kobbie Mainoo fit then? If the manager does or is going to stay, you know what I mean, be honest, where does he end up playing? Does he have a long-term future? Like, you know what it is, bro? Like, it's like, he wants to play in a specific position, right? But you can tell Kobbie Mainoo ain't going to play there next season in that left hand role. You can tell in it. It's not going to happen, is it? So he's not going to play in the 6, is it? And then it's a case of, right, Kobbie, is he a squad player? Is he a rotational player? For me, I wouldn't mind that, because at the end of the day, right now you kind of almost got to manage his minutes and whatnot. But in his team and his camp, would they want a player of his quality be getting these sort of minutes? Would they be happy with that? Do you know what I mean? You got to ask them questions, because the briefs came out, the leaks came out, and you know, I mean, there's no smoke without fire. So there must have been something coming out of somewhere saying that, yo, we're looking for more money, or we're looking for a bit more assurances. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, players are going to demand stuff now, man. Young players are going to demand early now, man. They don't sit around and wait until they reach 21, bro. Like, careers can go just like that, bro. Like,
but the thing is, players will wait in the right circumstances.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And this is what it is. The overall, the culture at Man United is not good enough. And
bro, Adrian Gomez left, and Adrian Gomez, you would argue, was just as more, not if talented, better than the Kobbie Mainoo. You know what I mean?
He was more talented than Kobbie.
Yeah,
he wasn't as physically big as Kobbie, but he's a better footballer.
Yes, I'm saying to you. But he could run a bit more than Kobbie Mainoo and whatnot, and cover the ground a little bit more. But yeah, like I said,
but he was smaller. But also, Man United fans like to over gas all their players anyway. Like, they think everyone's potentially world class. Like, sometimes guys are just like, they're good enough to be squad players at the club, but they think that every player that comes through and makes it in the first team has to be a starter.
I know, bro. This is the thing, man. It's like, for me saying that Kobbie Mainoo ain't a starter, is that a bad thing, though? This is what I don't get about fans, bro. It's like, it's not a bad thing. You're part of the squad. You play for Man United, bro. Do you know what I mean? I know we're not. It's not great right now, we're 15, but you still play for Man United, bro. You've done something that I think Jesse Lingard said it's like 0.006%.
Yeah, something. It's borderline impossible, that you're gonna do it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
bro.
It's one of them things where just because they made the first team, if you end up being like a Darren Fletcher, you end up coming through the Man United Academy and being a squad player, up until you're like 27, then you go somewhere else and for your last big contract, you still had a solid career, bro.
Solid career, bro.
Like I said, the West Browns and these guys, that these men come through the academy and they have solid careers at Man United as squad options, bro. Like, now they think everyone that comes through has to start. They think that Garnacho has to start. Kobbie has to start.
I'm saying,
these men don't have to start, bro. They should be squad options, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, man is saying we need to respect Rashford. Nah, Rashford should have been a squad option. Rashford was never good enough, to be starting week in, week out for Man United, bro. Because
That
this is the shittest we've ever been.
Don't let the
He shouldn't have been starting, bro.
Don't let the situation.
Well, when you got Cavani's and Zlatan's and all them, man, you don't need him starting. You know them, man, because he was never better than Martial. It's just that Martial
really get game time at the start of his career. Like when he was at Van Gaal, he got his game time. But when Mourinho came in, he kind of like wasn't really getting the game time. He probably was getting, because it was obviously Sanchez came through, and you know what I mean, there was other players that were.
But all the players you're mentioning are better than him. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So he was always a squad level player at this club.
Yeah,
he was always squad level, bro. It's just that we boosted him up, not myself, but people boosted him up to make it look like he should be leading the line and gave him the number 10. But really, he should have always been, second or third off the bench. That's what he should have been. Like, he should have never been the main guy.
But when you're bad, you know what I mean? This is what happens, bro. You get me? Like, players that are not that good will become the key players. Yeah, I mean, look, we got Hoyland as our number 9, bro.
But this is why we got to sign better players, Saeed. And this is why I said, everyone's talking about the coach, but really and truly, the coach is the least important thing. Like, people are saying, like in the chat, now I think someone said earlier, the coach is the most important thing in football. Bro, I would argue that the coach is the least important thing in football. Because if you've got everything else right, if you've got the recruitment right, if you've got the academy to first team pathway right, in terms of the right players are getting pushed into the first team, they're buying the right players for the academy that can come into the first team. You've got the right recruitment for the first team. Do you know what I'm saying? The manager is the least important thing, because you've got players there already, bro. That's why it doesn't matter who. That's why Roberto Di Matteo won a Champions League with Chelsea, because everything else was fine. Roman was there. Do you know what I'm saying? The players were already there. He had the tools, bro. The manager was the least important thing, bro. I listened to a podcast about it, and the man were telling me on the eve of the Champions League final, Di Matteo had videos for them, man, of their family and that, bro. They didn't even train. They had videos of their families, like, fucking wishing them luck and shit, bro. That's how he motivated the players the day before. He had them watching videos of their family, and he was like, do it for your family. My man set up this thing like they were going to war, blood, and they weren't coming home, blood.
They weren't coming home,
That's what he did, bro. Like, it weren't no tactical nothing. It was right. Look, there's your wife and the baby. Like,
go do it for them.
This is what man done.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, I agree. Especially when you got the tools that are available to you, and obviously the quality of the team's better, bro. Like that chance there, Garnacho, you shouldn't have to tell him to, bro. That should be in the back of the net.
Yeah, but Saeed, here's the thing, though.
Yeah, man.
You shouldn't be playing, though. That's my.
Yeah, no, I agree.
If you're a coach, if you're a coach and you understand, a player can't give you something, and you ask them to do it, it gets to a point where it's no longer the player's fault, because they're doing the best they can.
I agree with that one.
I don't blame Garnacho for missing that chance, because he's rubbish. You know them ones. I would have played someone else. So then we don't have that problem. Do you know what I mean? The difference between a lot of these
he's looking into the team, because I'm not saying there's no one else out there. There probably is.
There's loads of people out there, bro. There's players in the youth team that are better than him. They're not as experienced as him, but they're better than him, bro, Saeed. I'm telling you, the manager don't have to pick Garnacho.
Yeah, but I'm saying he would never pick them, though. He would never.
Yeah, but that's on him, though, my brother.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because the way I see it is,
I agree.
Your job as a coach, is to pick the best team to do the job, bro. For me, that don't include Garnacho and Hoyland, bro. I'll rather play the youth players, or I'll change the system, so I don't need wide players, bro. And I'll just play a diamond midfield, bro. Because Ahmad's injured. So if I'm the coach, I'm looking at the players I got left. I'm saying, right, I'm not playing Garnacho. So I'm playing Xerxes and someone else in a 2 blood up front, and I'm just playing a diamond because I've got no wingers. Because that's what I've got. I'll just adapt to what I've got. I'll just be like, fuck it. I've got no wingers. We're playing a diamond, or we're playing a 4-2-2 or something, because I just don't have it, bro. I'm not playing him, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's one of them things where if as a manager, if I know I can't rely on you to do something, I'm just not going to play you. Now, I'm not going to play you and then blame you for not being able to do something I know that you can't do. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because then it's my fault.